The Tenerife airport disaster remains one of the most catastrophic and influential events in aviation history. It occurred on March 27, 1977, and involved the collision of two Boeing 747 jumbo jets on the runway of Los Rodeos Airport, now Tenerife North Airport, in the Canary Islands. This tragedy resulted in 583 fatalities, making it the deadliest accident in the history of commercial aviation. The disaster unfolded due to a combination of unfortunate circumstances, including miscommunication, human error, and challenging weather conditions, leading to a profound impact on aviation safety and protocol. The setting. The events of the disaster were set in motion when a bomb exploded earlier in the day at Gran Canaria Airport, located on another island in the Canary Archipelago. The attack, carried out by Canary Island separatists, caused all inbound flights to be diverted to Los Rodeos, a smaller airport on Tenerife that was ill-equipped to handle such an influx of planes. Among the diverted aircraft were KLM Flight 4805, originating from Amsterdam, and Pan Am Flight 1736, which had departed from Los Angeles with a stopover in New York. Los Rodeos Airport, with its single runway and limited taxiways, quickly became congested with planes. The parking area was overrun, forcing aircraft to occupy taxiways, which would later complicate movement on the ground. The weather deteriorated as the day progressed, with dense fog reducing visibility to near zero. This set the stage for the series of errors and misunderstandings that culminated in disaster. The colliding aircraft, KLM Flight 4805, a Boeing 747-200, was piloted by Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten, a highly experienced and respected aviator, who also served as an instructor for KLM. Pan Am Flight 1736, a Boeing 747-100, was commanded by Captain Victor Grubbs, who was also an experienced pilot. Both planes were carrying passengers and crew, with the KLM flight holding 248 people and the Pan Am flight carrying 396. The sequence of events. As air traffic controllers worked to manage the chaotic situation, the KLM aircraft refueled, significantly increasing its weight and reducing its ability to climb quickly. Meanwhile, the Pan Am aircraft was instructed to taxi along the runway and exit via a designated taxiway to allow the KLM jet to take off. Miscommunication played a critical role in what happened next, due to language barriers, radio interference, and the lack of standardized phraseology at the time. The KLM crew misunderstood an instruction from air traffic control. Believing they had been cleared for takeoff, Captain Van Zanten began accelerating down the runway, without visual confirmation of its clearance. Simultaneously, the Pan Am crew, unable to locate the designated taxiway in the thick fog, remained on the runway. As the KLM jet accelerated, the Pan Am crew realized the impending collision and desperately tried to alert the control tower. Captain Grubbs attempted to steer the Pan Am jet off the runway while the KLM crew, too late to abort takeoff, tried to climb over the other aircraft. Tragically, the two planes collided at high speed. The KLM jet's fuselage struck the Pan Am aircraft, igniting a massive explosion and fireball. The aftermath. The collision resulted in a horrific loss of life. All 248 people aboard the KLM flight were killed instantly. On the Pan Am flight, 335 passengers and crew lost their lives, while 61 miraculously survived, many by jumping from the burning wreckage. The survivors suffered severe burns and other injuries, and rescue efforts were hampered by the thick fog and limited resources at the airport. The disaster left a lasting legacy in aviation safety. Investigations revealed several contributing factors, including human error, poor communication protocols, and inadequate airport infrastructure. As a result, sweeping changes were implemented across the aviation industry. Standardized phraseology for air traffic communication, such as the use of readbacks and precise confirmations, became mandatory. Pilots were required to clearly state their intentions and receive explicit clearance from air traffic control before proceeding. Moreover, cockpit resource management (CRM) training was introduced to emphasize teamwork and clear communication. Among flight crew members, CRM has since become a cornerstone of aviation safety, teaching pilots to challenge decisions and speak up. if they perceive a potential danger. Lessons learned. The Tenerife airport disaster underscored the importance of addressing systemic weaknesses in aviation operations. It revealed how a chain of seemingly minor errors and misjudgments could escalate into a catastrophic event. The improvements implemented in its wake have significantly reduced the likelihood of similar accidents. For the families and loved ones of the victims, the tragedy remains a devastating memory. Memorials in the Canary Islands and other locations pay tribute to those who lost their lives. Meanwhile, the aviation community continues to honor their legacy by striving to ensure that such an incident never occurs again. Conclusion. The Tenerife airport disaster was a pivotal moment in aviation history, marked by immense loss and profound lessons. The collision of KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736 highlighted the critical need for clear communication, effective training, and robust safety protocols. While the tragedy remains a somber chapter, its legacy lives on in the significant advancements it spurred in aviation safety, ensuring that air travel today is safer than ever before.